Welcome to Miss Trickey Travels. On today's episode, we venture into the Florida Everglades to hang out with some alligators at night.
Right here on the left.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
This one's hanging around here somewhere. All right, now everyone, please keep your hands and arms inside the boat at all times. Gators can jump out of the water roughly about 2/3 of their entire body length. As long as your hands and arms stay inside the boat, we should be fine today. Now out here, there's only a couple places to hide. First place to hide is the thick parts of the grass, right over here in front of us. Next option is down below into the mud. Water right in this spot is anywhere from 4 feet deep at the most. The mud below us can be anywhere from 1 to 4 feet deep. Now, gators can hold their breaths on the water based upon temperature. When it's hot outside, adults can hold their breath on the water for roughly 2 hours long. When it's cold outside, up to 4 hours long instead. It's a big, big difference. They don't breathe on the water, they don't have any gills. Take a deep breath, put your sink down below. Now, gators are reptiles, they're cold-blooded animals. Temperatures affect them dramatically. Just a heads up. Right over here, you see the eye? Try to creep on in on this guy right here. Now, any alligator that's 7 feet and above is an adult. This guy right here, pretty close to it. Now, there's only a couple different ways to really tell males and females apart. The first one is size. At some point, the male gators are going to get much bigger than the females. Full-grown males will range anywhere between 10 and about 12 feet, so roughly 3 to 4 meters. The females, only 7 to 9 feet, only 2 to 3 meters. With time and some age, the male gators do get much, much bigger eventually. You guys can stand up and slide over to the side, guys, if you want. Oh, this is one of our regulars. This is called Mr. T. He's about 7 feet long, and he is definitely a male. Area for about 10 years, so he's not that scared of the boats, as you can see, still kind of hanging out, not really running away. So males do get bigger than females eventually. Another way to tell is markings on its body. This guy's got some white marks on his tail and parts of his back. Anything white on the gator's skin is bruises and scars from fighting other male gators. By themselves in territories about the size of a soccer field. Usually when you have one large male like this, you won't find another male close by. If two males get too close to each other, they will always fight for the space and fight for the area. If the two males are about the same size or a foot difference, it's a draw even fight. But if that one male is 2-4 feet smaller, probably not going to survive the fight at all. Now, the female alligators are way more intelligent than the males. Not by a little bit, but a lot of it. The females can live on top of each other at different sizes and ages, leave each other alone and never attack each other. And the boy gators are very nice and very sweet towards the girl gators. Their brains are super tiny, but they know the deal. They totally understand. So the males are going to be scarred up and bruised up. The females are going to be nicer, cleaner, always pretty. Alright, now in the wild, the lifespan of a gator is anywhere between 30 to about 50 years of age, which isn't too bad. But in zoos and private facilities, the The lifespan does go up to about 70 to 90, and these animals can live way past 100 years of age also. Now, they can live that long in the wild too, but out here, everyday life is way more stressful. Everyday life is kind of a fight. Life in captivity is a whole lot easier. It's almost like living at a resort. So they get tossed free food on a constant basis, don't have to move, and don't really have to hunt for anything. That's really, really important. You give these animals a lazy, stress-free life, kind of like people, they will live longer too. Now, for the most part, gators are super, super lazy animals. At the end of the day, all they really care about is a couple of things and a couple things only. The first thing that excites them the most is finding food when they're hungry. When they're hungry, they're actually super aggressive. But they do not have to eat every day. It's all based upon temperature. The hotter it is outside in the summertime, that's when they're most active, burning the most energy, eat the most animals. In the summertime, they'll eat about 3 to maybe 5 times in a week. This time of year, when it starts to cool down a little bit, the body starts to slow down, less activity, so less food. This time of year, they'll eat about 3 times and maybe only once in a week. The second thing they like to do is fight, and the males fight on a regular basis. And the last reason for excitement is the mating season, which is normally from about March to about middle of June. From April, May, June, and July, females will lay their eggs on top of dry land, and 90 days later, the babies will hatch out. Now, once the babies are born, the mama will protect them from anywhere between 6 months to about a year. After that, they're by themselves. The mothers are very loving and protective of the little ones. The males, as soon as they mate, they disappear. They don't really care what happens afterwards. They're one of the better hunters out here, not the gators. The gators are top of the food chain, but they miss their food more than they actually catch. These guys are a lot better at it. But these guys will eat multiple things, primarily small fish. Closer to drier land, they eat small rodents, small snakes, and lizards. And these guys, fully grown, will eat newborn baby gators as well. Newborn baby gators, fresh out the egg, can range anywhere from about 2.5 to maybe 7 inches long at the most. Mama lays about 30 to 50 eggs, but only 5 of those babies become adults. Most of them are food for tons of animals out here. These guys, number one, closer to drier land, would be the red-shouldered hawks. In the water, some of the bigger fish will take them out too. The bigger native largemouth bass will eat the small runts. We also have an invasive fish from Thailand called a snakehead, eating the native bass and the baby gators. Otters. We do have river otters in the area. Otters are very cute, smart, and adorable. If you watch them eat their food, they will rip it apart with their hands. It's very vicious. And lastly, the males, the dads, unknowingly eat their own babies. Gators and crocodiles are actually big-time cannibals. Now, when it comes to eating, all the gators really care about is killing the animal in a couple of bites and swallowing it immediately whole. So everything has to fit in their jaws. So gators, their own babies, the males, on their own list. I think we woke them up a little bit here. Just a tad. If you have any questions, we'll keep moving along. Say goodbye to Reggie here. good size one. Looks like maybe 6-7 feet or so. He was chasing the boat a second ago, trying to defend his spot. All right. Now, gators do eat a lot of things, just not everything. The most important thing for the gator is to kill the animal in a couple of bites and swallowing it immediately whole. So everything has to fit in their jaws and able to go down their throats. So gators really like to eat whole entire animals, just about the size of its head. That's really about it. If it's longer, like a big fish or a snake, at some point they just break it in half and take what they want. If the animal's way too wide, can't really take it down quickly, they will pass. These guys are super lazy. Small, quick meals is what they like, it's what they want, it's what they really prefer. Swing around here in a second. Different kinds of fish to pick and to choose from. Up next are the cute and adorable little turtles. Their jaws are designed to crush and shatter bone. One bite in that turtle shell will crack instantly. Up next will be snakes. After that, the mammals that go down and drink the fresh water. That's anything from bobcats to pigs, possums, raccoons, dogs, and cats. Happens in Florida. And the last thing they eat is each other. Gators and crocodiles are big time cannibals. Now, there is a myth that gators like to attack and like to eat people. That is false. It's not true at all whatsoever. The American gator is not exactly the people eater. The Nile crocodiles you find in Africa, the saltwater crocs off the coast of Australia, different story entirely. But gators do not see people as food. They don't see us as prey. They really see people as predators. Well, we call this Florida for a reason. Accidents. You guys good? You guys good?
Yeah, you just jumped a little.
It's okay, it happens. It happens. Now, in North America, the population of alligators is roughly about 4 to maybe 5 million. You find them all the parts of eastern Texas, along the Gulf Coast states, to as far north as North Carolina. But in Florida, there's over 2 million that live here. It doesn't really matter where you are in Florida, southern, central, northern, the panhandle of the state, there's literally fresh water everywhere. Throughout the year in the state of Florida, we get about 3 to maybe 5 gator attacks on people, which isn't terrible if you think about it. Gators are going to be gators, but people, they're going to be people, and that is a real problem in the equation, not the alligator. Now, this guy still has a lot of high yellow on his body. If you look at his belly, his bottom jaw, and his tail, it's not really black, it's more of a tan color. When they're born, that tan color is a bright, vivid yellow. So when they hang out in the grass, they camouflage a lot easier, harder for the birds of prey and other animals to see them. As they get older and bigger, the yellow becomes more tan, becomes more black overall. This guy's still kind of high yellow in color. Gators are black in color, not green like in the cartoons, with that logo from the University of Florida, okay? Gators are black. Camouflage in the water very well and hard to see from time to time. Just because you don't see the gator there does not mean that it's not there.
Thank you for joining our journey. Today's episode was filmed at Sawgrass Recreation Park in the Florida Everglades.